Well, I think we need to wait and see till the facts are on the table. Obviously, it looks different as it used to be. Trump 1.0 was a lot of noise, little signal, and less actions. This time, it seems the administration seems to be well prepared to really, change things for the global world, and the world needs to deal with it. Unfortunately, the European Union is not prepared for having a seat on the table because they don't have a foreign economic policy, at least not one which represents the whole 450 million people in this economy. So it's going to be an interesting time.
Mr. Chairman, you said the European Union is not prepared for Trump 2.0. Can you expand on that, and what concerns you the most?
Yeah, I'm happy to expand because, look, I mean, the United States is the most powerful nation and economy in the world and has been that for quite some time. We've got China, we've got India coming along, and the European Union actually, if it all came together, would have a seat on this table. The 27 different countries, even my home country, Germany, they are way too small to have that seat on the table. And that's, I think, what the European Union missed out on, to have a joint foreign economic policy and say, look, these are the standards, those are the rules, we want to engage together for the greater good of the world. And that's missing, so that basically means that they need to get their act together quickly.
Let's get realistic here, though, because the Europeans knew this was coming. They could see the trends in the United States. So what's your message to policymakers? So what do they need to do over the next couple of months to get Europe match fit for Trump 2.0?
I believe the message to policymakers is, you better get the EU 2.0 quickly. Otherwise, this is going to go the wrong way for the Europeans. And I'm talking about the European countries, not so much talking about the European companies. Because most of the companies like Siemens or Daimler or the big ones, they are extraterritorial in nature. They are localized in the United States. They are having 60, 70,000 people working in the United States, for example. So they are local. So the ones I believe who are being really affected are those, what we call those hidden champions, which have great innovation know-how, great market position, but then don't have the ability to go to those countries and localize. And that's something I believe the European Union needs to have a redesign. If you go out and want a 27-nation agreement to get something done, this is not going to work. So we need to have a redesign. EU 2.0, the sooner the better.
What's the risk for Siemens Energy?
Well, actually, as I said, we need to really see what's behind all the executive orders and the policy. So far, I believe there are many areas there where actually Siemens Energy benefits a lot. Think about electrification, think about data center, think about energy behind the meter, which is pretty much in demand. There will be uncertainty on the renewable side, for example, offshore wind or onshore wind. Siemens Energy on offshore, we don't have actually projects where we are looking to get them. There are a few in place which we can execute, but that's not really moving the needle. So I would say all in all for Siemens Energy, I would say a slight plus of what we hear on the topic of energy agenda in the United States. That helps us a lot.
To your point, though, Trump says he wants no windmills built on his watch. So it's reasonable to expect the pace of the energy transition will slow under Trump 2.0. That's going to have a direct impact on the business, no?
Well, not so much. 80% of the Siemens Energy wind market is in Europe. And there are offshore leaders in Europe on the technology. So I believe that doesn't move the needle. I'm much more worried about, let's say, the European economies and how they deal with a very powerful nation, with a very powerful concept. We may or may not like it because it's got some nationalistic type of things. But, if you look at from the view of the American people, we better get something going.